Hello, Jamie, and welcome to your reading. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for asking me to deliver these messages to you. I know you have a lot of options for readers, so it really truly is my honor and a pleasure to work with you. So I see that you are a June 5th Gemini. Your moon is your moon is Taurus, and your rising sign is Libra. So you want to know what energy is around you and what it's going to be like over the next month. Okay, interesting. So what I'm actually going to do for you is I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you, and then we're going to clarify and we'll see what's going on. Let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, we get the Prince of Cups. So there could be love or some sort of offer coming your way, something about commitment. So that can be work. That's Venusian energy. So that could be work. That could be love. Remember, we do have Mercury retrograding in your sign of Gemini. So it could be something coming back to you as well. But let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. Let's invite Spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver Jamie the messages that they need to hear for their highest and greatest good. Messages for Jamie, please, for their highest and greatest good. Messages for Jamie, please, for their highest and greatest good. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. This is Pisces energy. This is beautiful because this is about an awakening. This is about seeing all the sacrifices that you've made to get where you are right now. This is also something that, some sort of enlightenment is going to allow you to move forward. Definitely seeing things from a different perspective. And maybe here we have a crown chakra upgrade. So this is like a knowing. This is a deep understanding. In your surroundings, we have the World in reverse. So there could be an unfinished situation that's coming back to you. I say that because I do feel strongly this Mercury retrograde energy. We could be dealing with Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, or Aquarius. Okay, that could be the energy around you, but there's some sort of karmic cycle that's coming to an end, or there's something that you've left I want to say unopened. That's weird. Open-ended with someone, or it's the ending of a difficult cycle. Okay, and it may not even be that difficult because it may lead to a beautiful success. Right off the bat, we have these two beautiful major arcanas coming out for you. So this is a huge shift. This is a big deal. This is spiritual big jobs. Okay, so what's blocking you is the Ace of Swords. So some sort of communication. So you may be getting communication, or you might just be trying to figure out what it is that you want to say. But this is also about coming into alignment. So I feel like you're on the path to some sort of higher understanding, to seeing a situation differently, trying to figure out how you can close out this cycle, whether that's a reconciliation, whether that's getting that job you're looking for, or just ending a difficult pattern that you've been experiencing. The Ace of Swords here, we also have another crown chakra upgrade. And I don't know if you heard that bird. I think it's a wren, just like, there we go. So there's definitely some sort of knowledge, some sort of message coming towards you. Right as I picked up this card, this sword, which is information, messages. This can also be a card of reconciliation. Okay, but again, it doesn't have to necessarily be in a love relationship. It could be a family member or a friend. But it's about coming into alignment, seeing clearly, speaking clearly. Remember that during Mercury retrograde, we do have you have to make sure that you're on the same page, that everything that you say, everything that you read, everything that you hear it correctly. Okay, so just be very careful to those types of details. And being a Gemini, yeah, like I don't know about you, but I am feeling this Mercury retrograde already. Like, I have to always be pulling my tongue back into my mouth. Like it's just my words aren't coming out right. Weird things are popping out. It's communication is definitely difficult at this point in time. So just beware of any miscommunication or misinterpretations. And I have my Venus in Gemini, so I definitely feel it. All right, we have the Four of Swords. So this is why this whole reading is going down. The Four of Swords is about healing. So it may be that there's time for rest, but it could also be that you've been trying to heal from a particular situation with the Hanged Man, like really pulling your energy back to sort of see things differently, to see how you can approach or reapproach a situation. This is also an energy of not needing to do anything. Okay, you may be feeling exhausted. You may be feeling tired. You may be burning the candle at both ends. You may be obsessively thinking about how to fix a certain situation. But with the Four of Swords here, it's about healing. Take this time, this retrograde period. It's not about needing to move forward quickly or to make things happen. It's all about reflection. So in your past, we have the Four of Wands. So we have two fours coming out, a master number. This is the master number of stability, perseverance. It's also divine masculine energy is what I'm seeing here with the Ram. So very strong Aries energy. But there's something that you've been waiting for. Okay, whether it's communication, whether it's reconciliation, whether it's just to close out this cycle. But it's also in the past something that brought you instability. So a separation or a breakup. It could be also like something having to do with your finances. What's coming in from above? The Judgment card. Wow, Jamie, this is insane because you're going through a massive awakening. Okay, and Spirit wants you to focus on that. You're timeline jumping. So what I mean by that is you're going through a major shift where you're going to see people and situations that are no longer in alignment with you dropping away because of the spiritual work that you've been doing. Look at all of this crown chakra upgrade. So do pay attention. Crown chakra upgrades can be quite intense. You know, we can have these sort of spontaneous awakenings. With spontaneous awakenings, we can get headaches. We can feel very heavy. You can just go ahead and Google if you're experiencing any of those ascension symptoms. But it's also, I'm seeing this major third eye chakra awakening. And what I'm seeing here, there, on this card, this is the Thoth deck, that this is like a phoenix rising from the ashes. So you might also be interested or be going through a Kundalini awakening. So if you don't know what that is, you should Google that, or that might be something that will, that you want to sort of add into your, into your spiritual repertoire, if you will. The Judgment card in reverse is about using your best judgment. Okay, because you have received some sort of enlightenment, but I still feel like there's a lack of trust, or you're on the verge of seeing things for what they truly are. I'm getting a really strong ascended energy here. So it's like about starting to see how things are all interconnected. I'm also you're starting to see that, like you're starting to see beyond the matrix. And so again, I feel like pieces are going to be falling. Pieces of the puzzle are going to be falling into place for you about how to close out this karmic cycle or end any sort of negative patterns, okay? But you need to trust and you need to come into alignment. So make sure you're paying attention to your daily practice, whether prayer, meditation, and also visualizations, affirmations, but also exercise and diet. I've been, my spirit guides and spirit have really been asking me to focus on that health and wellness aspect, that we need to really be hydrating at this time. There's so much dense energy swirling around, and you can see that, all of this star-like energy. You may also identify as a star seed. I'm not so sure. If you don't know what a star seed is, or you don't, that's fine. But you may be also, you may be getting some sort of, like you might be downloading some light codes here as well. Jamie, I know this gets a little bit woo-woo, but I have to tell you the messages. You're integrating some type of energy that comes from source. Okay. So trust the process, trust what's going on here. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is more Aries energy. So I don't know if you have an ex or you have a situation that may be dealt with a fire sign. It could be a parent. It's some sort of soulmate situation here with the Four of Wands, which is my 1111 card. And also with the Four of Swords, so 1111, 1111. You're definitely seeing that number sequence with more frequency. Trust your thoughts when you see this number. Trust that this is a nudge or a tap on the shoulder from your angels and your guides. Now, the Queen of Wands is telling me that you may be feeling a little bit upended by what's going on right now, maybe feeling a little bit confused. And look, we can see her crown chakra on fire. So, Jamie, who are you? What are you doing? It's pretty amazing. It's pretty powerful spiritual work that's taking place right now. The Queen of Wands, sometimes she gets a bad rap. She's sexy, she's volatile, she's passionate, she's the CEO, she's an entrepreneur. You could be considering all of these things, or you may be feeling that way. But in the reverse, but oftentimes, before I go into what she is in the reverse, oftentimes she is also a healer. And when she's healing, you can't see it in this deck, but you can see definitely that Earth Star chakra is lit up. She's oftentimes barefoot. And when we channel, when I do readings, I'm always in this position with my feet touching the ground. Although it's a floor, I wish it were the earth. That would be so cool. But again, she's channeling energy from Mother Earth Gaia, but she's also integrating and pulling energy down. So it's this double sort of, it's up and down energy. She's a powerful healer and a powerful master, creator, creatrix, manifester. But I'm seeing here when she's in the reverse, there may be some healing that's necessary, and we might want to focus on, I'm getting on your root chakra. Okay, it could also be the solar plexus. Okay, because there's something here, there's some sort of energy of volatility with the Queen of Wands here. Whether that's you, because I do feel like you're burning the candle at both ends, you're feeling quite exhausted. This could be a warning. When we're not sleeping and we're not eating properly, we're not taking care of ourselves, or we're ignoring the signs that our body and spirit are giving us that it's time to slow down and rest. It's really important that we don't stay on this linear timeline of go, go, go. I need to do more. I need to do more. Listen to those signs. Celebrate your small successes. Judgment card. Your best judgment. You will carry out your best judgment, especially during trying or confusing times with all of this retrograde energy and everything that's sort of going on right now. If you are coming from a place of love and balance, okay? So I do see that there's a real need here, because there could be potential for an argument or lashing out, whether this is with coworkers or in a particular relationship or with family members. Now, the Queen of Wands, she has, this cat sort of morphs along with her. And, she pinches this cat. At first it's black, and then she pinches it so it retains its spots, so she can remember what she's been through and what she's and where she's come from. So remember that any sort of challenges or any adversaries that you may face in this next month or the next coming weeks are a chance for you to really shine your light, because I'm seeing that you're not the same person that you were before. You're much more advanced. You're much more mature. You're in a much healthier place, but there will be triggers here for you. And remember, when you feel yourself being triggered or you recognize something that throws you off balance, name it, write it down. Or, this is also like a think before you speak type energy as well. Or think before you pick up that cup and you wing it across the room, whatever it might be, because you are bigger than that. You're better. You're going through some difficult energy, definitely. So there's a need for you to rest and to pull back. There will be clarity, I promise. You're coming out as the Strength card in reverse. So Leo energy. So this is about not feeling your best. Okay, this is about feeling a little bit, whether it's intimidated or whether it's feeling like you're not quite good enough. Spirit wants you to get rid of that, because you absolutely are. But also, if you've been experiencing something at work or in your relationships where you're feeling like like maybe you just don't have what it takes, or maybe this isn't for me, or, you're just not feeling your best. Okay, which happens to all of us. I am getting a very powerful need to tell you to rest, to pull back, to recalibrate, to heal. Okay, because this is a sexy energy. This is an attractive energy. This is Leo energy. This is I will. Okay, this is also another number 11. So in this deck, it's 11. It's not 8. So wow, I definitely feel like you're 11-11ing all over the place here, if that makes any sense. In your surroundings, there's the Ace of Pentacles, so it feels like there's some sort of missed opportunity, whether this is in love or in business, or maybe there's just a sense of confusion about what your true soul's path is, okay? And I see that. There's a lack of stability. Maybe it's not knowing which direction to move in at this time, or maybe you do feel, or someone in your surroundings feels like they've missed an opportunity with you. So in your hopes and fears, look at that. We get another number 4, so we see 4, 4, 4. Beautiful. The Four of Cups, this is Moon in Cancer. So there may be something very powerful that's happening during the new moon in Cancer for you, which would be coming up in, it would be in July, because our next new moon is a solar eclipse in Gemini, which is also going to hit you pretty hard. And that's probably why we have all of this ascension energy running through this reading. But your hopes and your fears of the moon in Cancer, this can be a fear of rejection. This can be a fear of, also it can be a fear of boredom or discontent. So I don't know if you're looking to figure out what your true soul's path is. If you're feeling bored and discontent with your current status, whether that's a relationship or whether that's whether that's your job. But the Queen of Wands is interesting, because what I'm feeling here is there's a need to look at something. It may not be your energy. It could be someone else's energy, but if it's your energy, I feel like you have the need to shake things up. okay? Because you're kind of getting restless here. That's what I'm getting. You're getting a little bit restless, and there's a potential here to really lash out or act up or do something crazy just to change up the monotony, just to figure out what it is. Does this feel good? Is this what I want? I feel this need to break free right now, especially from this Four of Cups. Okay. And your final energy, cha-ching, 10 of Pentacles. Jamie, who are you? What's going on? So in the next couple of weeks, what I'm seeing here is you're bringing in safety, security, and stability. It may be on the tails of a missed opportunity. So whether this is in love or this is business. If you remember, we saw that Prince of Cups, so it's some sort of offer. You may start to date someone. There may be some sort of third party situation involved. I don't know if you meet somebody and you're considered the third party. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't want to freak you out if you're in a relationship, because it's not necessarily that. But it's like, it's this energy, this passion. There's a little bit of jealousy around this card as well. It could be people feeling jealous because they see, sense, and feel that you're on your way to this 10 of Pentacles. Whether that's marriage and stability and commitment, safety and security with a person or with a job, it very well could be both, okay? So overall energy, we have the Hermit in reverse. So you're ready to come out. You are definitely in the next couple of weeks going through some major awakening and enlightenment, Jamie. And this is about, coming out of this state of indecision, not being really sure, which has been very challenging. Okay, you're also in a place of healing. I also see an energy with the Princess of Swords. This is an energy of spying, but it's also, there may have been some sort of miscommunication. There could be somebody who's lashing out as well, whether it's you or somebody else. I feel like, because I also saw there with the Six of Wands, it's like a false victory, or it's saying something you didn't really mean. It could also be that somebody said something to you and they felt good about it because it hurt you. Okay, they're definitely going to be regretting that. Not because of karma or because anything's going to happen, but just because of this reflection. And it very well could be your energy as well. There might be a false victory. There may be something that you did or you said. And pay attention, it could be coming towards you as well in the next couple of weeks. That you regret, or, so it's about staying above board, staying balanced, and really protecting your energy at this point in time. There's definitely a healing taking place, but there's a need here. What I'm getting is to temper your actions and your emotions when it comes to a particular person or situation, because there are challenges here. And I feel like it's someone or something that really triggers you. And excuse my language, it's like triggers the fuck out of you. I don't know if I don't normally, I do swear occasionally, but right now I'm feeling like I want to throw something at the TV. So I don't know if it's news. I don't know if it's a particular person that just like really sets you off, or it's a coworker or a relationship or a family member, something like that. So I do see that, it's important that you pull back. Okay, that you pull back your energy. You think before you speak in the next couple of weeks, because it is going to be really important. But the Hermit is when the student becomes the teacher. So whatever this is that's happening to you, Jamie, it's like you're going to be learning these beautiful lessons, but you're coming out on the other side really, really enlightened. Wow. And I know that's hard right now because the energy around you is very confusing, and it is for all of us. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify. We'll get a little bit more specific here. Okay. So I'm not going to clarify all of the cards. Let's take a look at this unfinished business here with the World. So this is you, making sacrifices, pulling back. I feel like it's a little bit of a restless energy, seeing someone or a situation or maybe your whole life very differently. So the universe in reverse, this is energy around you. It could be Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, very fixed energy, something that's very stubborn. I feel like you're close to completing something. So whether that's studies, an internship, just a negative cycle in life. Okay. And so this is clarified by the Death card, so more Scorpio energy. So there may be an ending. You may be trying to get healing and closure from a particular ending. Something or someone that you'd been waiting for a long time. And I feel like you've stopped waiting for it because it has come to an end. It's just much more far off in the distance, or it seems that way right now. It sent you back to the drawing board, really having to make a very difficult decision. But it's almost, what's beautiful is whatever this was, whatever ending that you may be experiencing or have experienced. And it could also be somebody that you've ended something with. They might be really trying to think, they're trying to figure out which way to go. But you're really, it's brought you to a crossroads. Okay, and so it's like a very, very important decision here. that you need to make, but it's also going to allow you a sense of freedom. And there's a new beginning in love. I think, whether it's a job or it's a relationship, this ending was is destiny. And even though it feels like a setback, it's actually allowing you to see the bigger picture because it's allowing you freedom to choose. So, let's give the example of a breakup, right? We break up with somebody and we're living in a certain place and we love them and, we had these plans with them. And now all of a sudden you find that's changed. And all of a sudden you look around and you're like, you know what? I don't actually really love it here. I've always wanted to live at the beach. Okay, this is just an example. This is like my example, right? I've always wanted to live at the beach. Now you have the freedom to pursue what makes you truly happy. So whether it's a job, it's a relationship, whether you're finishing school, or I don't know why it just keeps saying internship or something like that. But maybe it's a spiritual internship. It's opening the door to focus on what is fulfilling and what makes you happy. Oh, it's beautiful energy. And it very well could be a new love. Okay, it very well could be a new love. This could be somebody, I don't know if there's somebody at a distance, okay, that you were waiting for, or you were hoping things would move in a new direction or move in a, direction towards long-term stability. But I see that's already sort of happened. All right, so we see the King of Wands. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, the Two of Pentacles. Somebody finally made a decision, but now there's a little bit of confusion as to what to do. So the King of Wands could be a boss or it could be a relationship. Now it could be your energy because you might have been really committed to someone or something. And we change, and sometimes we set intentions. And as we evolve and change, which you are clearly doing, when they start manifesting, they're no longer in alignment with us. So I really do feel like something like that is going on here. Now, you're being blocked here about a new beginning because you still might be stuck on someone or something from the past. Somebody who maybe had one foot in the door, one foot out. You might even be contemplating whether or not you're commitment material, right? Gemini's, my Venus is in Gemini, so when it comes to love and money, Gemini energy, we're really good at doing a lot of things. Sometimes we have a hard time closing the deal or finishing or following through. And a lot of times, people, peg Gemini energy as being fickle or capricious or all over the place. Okay, and so I feel like you may have internalized that somehow, but Spirit wants you to know that you have made a decision, or there has been a decision made. It could even be Spirit coming in and calling judgment on a situation that wasn't in alignment with you. But there's a need for you to there's a decision being made and it's already been made, but it's like you're failing to see that. And remember, if there's indecision, not making a decision, whether it's you or somebody else, is a decision. Right? So if it's like, hey, what are we? What's going on here? And the person doesn't get back to you, that's also decision. Being ghosted or ghosting someone, that's also a very loud and clear message. It's also a decision, even though there's this avoidance. So I do see that there's something here having to do with commitment or maybe even a fire sign. You may be waiting for closure or confirmation from someone. Okay, but Spirit's saying that, the decision has been made, okay, with this King of Wands in reverse. And somebody here is reevaluating commitments. They're showing me endings are new beginnings for you. So I do feel like this next couple of months, even next couple of weeks or this next month, there's some tough lessons being learned, but oh my goodness. But I mean, again, Hermit energy, this is like, I wanted to say Ascended Masters. So you might be working with Ascended Masters. But spiritually, this is a huge, huge ascension, huge step in the right direction. So the Four of Swords, this is about healing. The Nine of Wands, yeah, there's a risk of burning out here. So you definitely need to listen to the signs that you're receiving from your body, from your mind. Get rest, eating well, getting off that, hamster wheel or, that linear timeline. Yeah, because you know what? Because what's happening here with the Magician, you're in a very high manifestation mode. But I keep getting, if you're involved with way too many things, you're doing a lot of things, but there's a need to do something very well. And if your energy is spread out all over the place, you won't be able to do that. Because I feel like you have a series of important decisions to make about relationships or about work or where you're living. And I feel like during Mercury retrograde, again, there's a need to take a break. And I'm actually seeing the Eight of Wands. This could be an energy of overthinking, but it may be this approach that if I'm not producing, if I'm not moving forward, I'm not making progress. And there's nothing further from the truth, right? Mercury retrograde is a period to pull back, maybe even isolate yourself. It doesn't mean you don't talk to friends and family, but it's all about getting a higher perspective. Okay, seeing what is that's holding you back or caging you in here. Okay, and using this retrograde period to really suss it all out, figure out what it all means, integrate this energy, because I do see you, and excuse me for being a little bit woo-woo, I can get there sometimes, but integrating this energy that you're receiving, this enlightenment, these light codes even. So let's go ahead and see what the Four of Wands in reverse is. Okay, so this was some sort of wish fulfillment. You were waiting and hoping that somebody would either show up for you, a relationship would go to the next level. It doesn't even have to be recent. It could be with a Cancer or Pisces person. Okay, there could also be an element here of over intoxication in the past, whether it's you or somebody else. But okay, so what I'm seeing here, somebody here, there may have been some sort of betrayal or heartbreak. Doesn't have to be a third party situation, but led to an ending here. This is important for you to hear for some reason. Okay, that like, I do feel like you've tried to move on. I do feel like this energy still affects you. Okay, so it was either somebody who intoxicated themselves, or maybe this was a period in your life where you did that, where it was this sort of crazy, shadowy period of time. And the way that you or this person dealt with it was like drinking, smoking, whatever, just, intoxicating. Spirit saying it is time, like you have moved on. Okay, you have moved on. And I don't know if there's somebody that you've lost. I don't know if it's a passed on loved one, or if you had a friend that was lost in an accident. I know this is really weird. I don't know if it's like if there was drunk driving or something. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. But I also just got a message that someone may have crossed over, and they just want you to know that they're okay. Okay, it may have been somebody who drank a lot, or I don't know. It's just this weird sort of fantastic, nightmarish but dreamy type energy. It could also be, just the difficulties of you were waiting for this to lead to marriage or some sort of higher level commitment, and it didn't. Okay, and a lot of it had to do with this excess energy, over intoxication. But Spirit's also saying that you have moved on from that. Okay, it's part of your story, but it's time to detach and release that, and I think that's what's happening right now. Okay, so the Judgment card, let's go ahead and see what this is all about. There's a new beginning for you, okay, as you're seeing things differently. There's been some sort of difficult ending, but it's leading to a new beginning, and that's what I was getting in the energy around you. Endings lead to new beginnings that are going to be much more emotionally fulfilling, but it's also going to be very healing for you. You're going through a very powerful healing process. The Five of Swords, you're moving on. For me in this deck, this is about a timeline shift. So any sort of bullshit that you've been through where people were gaslighting you, being emotionally manipulative, even, there was a lack of loyalty or sincerity. You could have been dealing with haters and gossip, or maybe this is one particular person. Spirit wants you to know that they called judgment on this situation because it was no longer in alignment. You may have seen this person as your 10 of Cups, but Spirit says there's a much healthier new beginning. This person may come back, and this might be what this Queen of Wands energy is very triggering for you. I feel like this person does also, does know how to trigger you quite easily. But tell me about this Queen of Wands in reverse for Jamie, please. Strength card, beautiful. Wow, there's like a lot of passion here, but you can see what's happening. Everything I was talking to you about this card, turning away from the darkness and facing the light. So it's how you're reacting. This is about restraint. This is about holding yourself back. I feel like there's somebody that you want to just like knock out or something. I mean, maybe it's not that. I don't want to be violent, but I don't normally talk like that. And I told you, like earlier, I felt like picking something up. Now I feel like knocking someone out. It's about restraint. It's about tempering your actions and your emotions. This is going to be the most important thing for you to do. Yeah, because somebody might try to come and tell you some sort of tall tale. You're going to call out their bullshit. You're going to want to like scream and pull your hair out is what I'm getting. It could be a coworker, it could be a boss. It's just, excuse my language, Jamie. I don't normally do this, but I want to swear, and I'm just hearing, and I don't normally do, like, you hear my readings. I'm not normally like a, big potty mouth, but it's like I just hear, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. And, it's like somebody who either comes back in and they're not emotionally available, or they come in and they tell you a tall tale about where they've been, or why they kept you waiting, or why they treated you poorly, or why you didn't get that raise. And, it's like, and I feel like it's very, very infuriating, but you know what I'm seeing here with this Page of Wands? You're holding back, but not because you don't want confrontation, but because you're bigger and you're better than that. And you know what? This Page of Wands is looking at everything you've been through, everything you've learned. And instead of engaging, instead of being in reactive mode, you're shining your light. You're sending them on their way with love and light because you know there's something better for you. Ho, ho, ho. All right. So let's go ahead. There is a little bit of, there's a little bit of a lack here with the, sorry, I just didn't check the cards to see if you could see them all. There's a little bit of a lack of confidence with this Strength card here. And it could be like sexual prowess. It could just be in like sexuality, because this is the Lust card. So I do see that it's also important, like our sexuality is just as important as anything else to our health. Okay, so there's something there that needs to be acknowledged. Okay, the Hanged Man. Yeah, that's your energy. Double confirmation of the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, this whole reading could be about an intimate relationship, okay, or a situation that has made you feel less than, or feel like you're unprepared or you're not ready. You're getting a different perspective. You're seeing things differently. The Knight of Swords, this is clarity, and you're moving forward. You're rushing forward. I think this huge aha moment is just catapulting you into, and I was going to say this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, because we have a lot of the same cards coming out. With the Ace of Pentacles, there is a new beginning after some sort of missed opportunity. Okay, tell me about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, could be a contract. It could be a love relationship. Yeah, okay, this was meant to happen. This was meant to happen. Whatever this is that feels like a missed opportunity or that didn't work out, this is karma. Okay, and not karma as in punishment. This was not in alignment with you. They just keep saying to me, whether you're there's that Libra energy, feeling left out in the cold. Somebody here may be feeling left out in the cold, maybe you. Okay, but Spirit's saying the scales of justice are being balanced. That's why your awakening, your ascension, your up-leveling is leading to a new beginning after a difficult ending, but it's healing. It's taking you out of this lower vibrational timeline. And you may be leaving somebody out in the cold, but this is justice. Okay, and even if it might leave you out in the cold, the Five of Pentacles is about a spiritual journey. You're on a very unique path and journey. That's not for everyone. Sometimes it's harder. Sometimes we have to go our own way, like that Page of Wands. But I see you trusting yourself, because this Page of Wands is looking at everything you've been through. And your energy, the Hermit as well. This is learning a lot of really tough lessons. Taking a while, okay, but not in a critical way. Taking your time to weigh the options and see which direction you want to move into after a lot of challenges. And this is the next coming weeks or months, even this retrograde period, but it's taking you to this jackpot energy, 10 of Pentacles. It's leading you to your divine purpose, to your divine counterpart, the job, the home that's going to bring you safety, security, and stability. So this is what we get. We get the High Priestess, really strong Pisces energy coming through, the Four of Pentacles, and the Star. So this is, again, you tapping in and trusting your intuition because you're getting a major upgrade. Crown chakra, you are very, very connected, divinely guided and supported, and releasing that what you've been holding on to for a very long time that you thought was bringing you stability, but it wasn't. It was actually keeping you stuck. And this is about keeping the faith. This is about healing. Lots of intuition coming through. So I don't know if you read, if you do reading cards, or if you're just on a heavy ascension journey, because I can tell you I don't get this type of reading for everybody. Okay, but the star card, Aquarius energy, and Pisces coming through really strong. But this is healing. This is trusting. This is where everything becomes so much easier. You may also be getting some sort of raise or lump sum of money. It doesn't have to be a job change either, but I feel like it also has a lot to do with relationships. So we see the Sun card. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Yeah, there's this, I think there's a little bit of hesitation with this Judgment card because you put a lot of time and effort. You're looking at all the work that you've put into a relationship or a situation that was just stuck. Spirit says you're ready for a new beginning. Spirit's calling judgment on this situation. So it may feel like a little bit out of control, but they keep telling me endings bring new beginnings. And what we see here is a lot of confusion about moving forward, a lot of fear as well of the decision, these upcoming decisions and what the path brings. And it is going to be bittersweet with the Sun. Because as we move and we shift our timelines, we can't take everyone with us. There's that element of nostalgia that we hold on to. And it's like, when you really love someone and you have to leave them, it hurts. It's terrible. And I don't know if you had to leave somebody because they were battling some sort of addiction or they had some sort of toxic behaviors. And if that's the case, it wasn't because you didn't try. Okay, but we can't do the work for other people. And, I don't know, I wonder, it would be interesting. I don't know if that's the case for you or not, but I've had to do that where, I was involved with somebody who was very toxic and I loved them very much and I tried to help them as much as I could, but it got to the point where it was going to destroy me first. Okay, and so if that's your situation or not, it's this energy of looking out for yourself with this Five of Swords. It's time to put you first, and you do that in a big way. It's not going to be easy. There are definitely challenges here with anger or lashing out, but it's a beautiful energy coming towards you. So we have this Dark Night of the Soul taking place. Emperor in reverse, and we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so you may be getting some sort of communication, or you might be waiting on some sort of communication from somebody that you wanted to be in a higher level commitment with. It could also be a boss, or it could be you saying, you know what, I'm out. This isn't for me. This isn't in alignment. Yeah, it could be it's very much so a love situation, a soul contract. You have unfinished business with this Aries person. I keep getting this fire energy and Aries coming through really strong. They could just be embodying those qualities. But this is the difficult cycle that you're closing out. Okay, it has to do with love or partnerships. And we see it coming through time and time again, this World card in reverse. Something about commitment, whether it's a particular person or it's the type of person that you're attracting. But we see that there's some sort of clarity coming from this lack of stability. But Spirit's asking you to be very patient. And again, we get 111, 1111. You might be on a twin flame journey, but you're getting some sort of heart chakra activation, clearing here. So in understanding why this situation why everything had to go down the way it did. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we get the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is about celebration. This is also about an unexpected opportunity coming your way. I don't think you're going to miss it. I really don't. Because in this deck, or in this card, for example, he's got his back to us when it's in the upright. And there's a possibility that he's going to miss an opportunity, but there's that figure eight energy of ascension. Yeah, you're going through some spiritual stuff. These are some spiritual big jobs. Okay, but I feel like you're opening yourself up to happiness. You're manifesting this. Okay, base chakra, you're trusting yourself and what you've been through. Heart chakra, crown chakra. Wow. Yeah, look at this. So after a heartbreak, so I'm just put those down for a second. After a major heartbreak, it's like this is destiny. This is about a spiritual connection and union where you're connected at the heart where this is a just knowing, this is I have. And again, we saw that page looking at everything you've been through and really trusting your experience, sourcing your wisdom from not only this new knowledge and information that you're downloading, but also from your experiences, and you're manifesting. You may be manifesting someone's return, but you're manifesting happiness. You're manifesting, whether it's that, they're showing me that Knight of Cups that came out in the pre-shuffle, whether it's a job offer or it's a love offer. Okay, it's something that's going to make you very, very happy. All right. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, but it wanted to come out in reverse. And what I get with that is there's some sort of karmic soulmate that you had to leave behind in the past that may have sort of triggered all of this. Again, they may come back, and they may come back into your life. You may be triggered by them. I'm just getting like if you saw something recently on social media or something about this person, or they try to come back into your life. Pay attention to the red flags. You may have ignored them before, but you're seeing things differently. Keep an open mind. Yeah, so I just keep seeing this crown chakra opening for you, Jamie. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That very well might be this Ten of Pentacles. I do feel like you're purging and releasing this past person or relationship, or again, maybe the karma, what you've been through. Give your relationship a chance. Yeah. I also feel like give love a chance. Be open. That's that crown chakra. They're showing me that 1,000-petaled lotus opening up. Be open to what comes your way, because there's something beautiful coming. Okay, open. Give your relationship a chance. But this is also give yourself that chance. Calling in your soulmate. Okay, so we get your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. But pay attention to what you think, what you dream, what you imagine. Okay, and remember, Mercury retrograde isn't necessarily the time to be trying to manifest, trying to create. It's about reflecting, okay, purging and releasing. All right, and then we get free yourself. Beautiful. It's time to take back control of your life, and that's exactly what I see you doing here. All right, so let's go ahead and see whether that's financially, whether that's in relationships. All right, let's see what else we get. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yep. All right, we get look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay. And power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And I feel like you're going to need the power of restraint to free yourself from whatever this, if it's a relationship, if it's a karmic cycle, if it's a job, if it's a controlling family member, if it's a belief system. You're freeing yourself. It seems like a momentary instability, but it's going to bring you clarity. It's going to bring you clarity, and it brings you this new beginning, okay? And it's about, the Four of Pentacles there in reverse is about shifting that timeline, coming out of the way that we always do things that no longer works for us. Okay, so Jamie, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found clarity and guidance in these messages. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.